I'm Patti and Browne, and you are in the strategy room. Dust off your hoverboard and dig out your old red bubble jacket. It is Back to the Future Day, and GOP presidential candidates are looking to cash in on the hype over this day when Marty McFly and Doc Brown travel to in the hit film Back to the Future 2. Well, two politicians running for the White House, Florida Senator Marco Rubio and Carly Fiorina, even put out web videos using that theme. Let's take a look at Rubio's.
There's a lot that I would like to do to build on the successes of President Obama, but also, as I'm laying out, to go beyond.
What I represent is generational change.
All right, joining us now with reaction, our political strategists, Joe Lestingi and Adam Goodman. Thank you both for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
So Rubio's ad goes on to criticize Hillary Clinton for wanting to continue President Obama's policies on tax increases, health care, government spending, debt, and he also flashes back to some Joe Biden early talking points from back then, and then he goes on to say, yesterday's over, we're never going back. Adam, a smart PR move by his campaign to tie in this Back to the Future movie?
Well, I think everyone's racing to get DeLorean all over again, so I'm not, even though it's not being manufactured, it's back in vogue again. Patti, I think, first of all, Marco Rubio's media from the beginning has been very sharp and focused. Obviously, he's pitching the message of generational change, that his answer to taking on a system that many feel is not working is to fundamentally change leadership with a more of a generational approach. I think that the idea that of this whole campaign for president right now is totally in play in these two videos. What we're looking at is outsider versus insider. Those who want to fundamentally improve the way the system is working versus those who are fundamentally out to change the system. This video goes right into the teeth of that. It invokes the cultural icon of Marty McFly. How can that be anything but good?
Joe, what did you think?
I think it's that time of year where everything gets real kitschy and they're trying to raise money, so I can't fault them for that. I would be advising my clients to use anything that's in the news to help them raise money in a kitschy manner like this. The problem you have, and I'll say this actually, the best part of Marco Rubio's ad was the end, where he's sitting there and he says, you can subscribe if you want to, and then he reaches over and he grabs his bottle of water like he did during his speech, the State of the Union speech. But, you know, Carly Fiorina's ad, unfortunately the voiceover sounds like Bernie Sanders more than it does Doc Brown. So it's very interesting to listen to him. It's very good. I hope they raise money. Good for them for coming up with something to sort of break the news cycle. But in the end, we're talking about where this country is headed. Rubio's done a good job staying on this generational change, and I think that's a right message for him. I'm a Democrat, and I'll say that is the only hope he's got to come out of that crowded primary field, is being the young, energetic candidate. Other than that, these things, they've got 12 hours to run them, and then they're done, or a few more hours today, and then they're done.
Yeah, that was a funny moment. At the end, he says, oh, go ahead and log on, I'll wait. And he takes a sip of water, making fun of his earlier appearance when everyone laughed at him for taking this sip of water. But Joe mentioned Fiorina's ad, Adam. In that ad, it says, October 21st, 2015 is the date people can start changing the future. Do it today before it's too late. What did you think of that one? Was it effective?
I don't think so. Unfortunately for our ad makers, I think they missed on this one versus Marco. Marco's clearly was straight on message, the message Marco's been pushing from day one. The Carly Fiorina piece, which is done by a pro-Fiorina PAC, by the way, I think completely felt disconnected from her and her message, and it's kind of tough to see what the connection was. But the cardinal rule of politics, Patti Ann, the cardinal rule of politics, it's all about the future. So the fact that Back to the Future is now the movie of choice makes all the sense in the world.
Joe, go ahead.
No, there's one more thing to keep in mind, too. If you're a fan of the movie, like I am, that was when the future was good. And then when they made the changes, the future got bad. So keep that in mind. We're all using this in the wrong metaphorical sense. They're talking about changing the future. Well, when they tried to change the future in the movie, things got worse.
Interesting. Well, no Democrats using this theme. Why do you suppose that is?
I got to be honest. The creative side of this, the creative side of me really does like this idea. But the Democrats, I don't think they're going to latch onto it because it's just not. They don't have a big enough, like a huge PAC like the Republicans do to break away from. It's a small PAC. Someone in the Republican Party's got to stand out. Marco did a good job.
All right. That's going to do it. Joe Lestingi, Adam Goodman, thank you again for joining us. And you can check out foxnews.com for more on the 2016 presidential race. I'm Patti Browne. Thanks for watching.